Baked Sports. Let's do this again, y'all.
Half baked. Why? Because half drunk doesn't sound cool.
Half drunk sports.
I love that Jameson. All right.
Can you get it now?
No. That's okay. You ready? 3,
2,
All
1.
right, Half-Baked Sports fans, we're back to you again with another round of the news. So we're going to get right on into it.
News.
Right?
We're leaving that in.
Yeah, that's not going
All right, look. Number one on our list, we wanted to apologize for definitely not releasing anything anytime soon. I mean, it's been, 3 weeks since we've done anything? And that's partly my fault because got involved with some poker stuff. And, of course, we had some family stuff and we had some puppy stuff. So we had a lot of stuff going on. But also, the good news is that we really don't give a crap about preseason.
Yeah, nobody really does give a shit about preseason.
It's just a way of weeding out the people that they know they're not going to make it anyway. So, on that note, we did come over here. We did watch the Dallas at Tampa Bay. And we're unrehearsed. So all the opinions that are going to happen right here are legit, on the spot, coming to you straight. And I'm
gonna kick this one off.
Who wants to start this off?
I'm gonna kick this one off. Everybody knows I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm not. It's not about his football play because I have given him the title of the greatest quarterback to ever play this fucking game. Excuse my French, y'all. Sorry, but at the same time, Dak Prescott made me a believer of him and his abilities. Him and Zeke, they carried that team that whole game.
What?
Well, actually, Zeke did not have a good game at all.
Well, oh, sorry. My bad.
33 yards. Longest was 13.
Actually, Pollard had a better game than Zeke did, if I'm not mistaken. But Zach put that ball in the air, and CeeDee Lamb, a bunch of drops. Sorry, bro. You got to get them hands together because you're a bigger talent than what I saw.
Unfortunately, and I want to interject here because you said it perfectly. CeeDee Lamb, those drops, question. Had those any one of them, any one of them had he caught one or two or more,
different game.
Different game.
Do you think they would have won?
I think because a couple of them were first downs.
What?
And when they wind up,
they could have been, yeah.
They could have been first downs when they wind up having to put you in a punting situation where versus a first down and your drive is extended. So I'm not gonna put the total blame on him for losing the game because kicker had a lot to do with it also. But at the end of the day,
that's true. He missed a few. When
you're looking at your star players on Dallas, Amari Cooper, solid game as always. Dak Prescott put up some big numbers like he always does.
Well, that's because he's got a solid receiving core.
I'll say again, the defense of Dallas is still the weak link in that chain. They can't stop anybody, and that's going to be their issue this whole season.
Yeah,
now, here's my other follow-up question then. Obviously, you said you like what you saw out of Dak. Now, granted, we haven't seen Dak play since week 6 of last year.
Yeah.
So, and I have to admit, I agree. I like what I saw out of Dak. Barring him getting injured, because durability for him is going to be a question. Does this game change your thoughts on how many games they will win this year?
No, not at all.
No, because it's pretty much the same thing to me. The defense gives up a lot of points, so the offense has to score a lot of points. That's not a good formula for winning games.
So what happens when they go up against they did go up against a top tier, but that was a run defense, more than a pass defense. So
that's
what
true.
happens when they get with, let's say, Buffalo, who's going to shut you down? Let's say they get with the Rams, who have Jalen Ramsey and DBs who shut your receivers down.
I would also like to think that even very very rarely do you see a defense that has both the passing and the running game shut down.
Yeah, so it's always holes.
And I think that with Zeke and of course the other running backs on that team and especially that line, I think that against this defense they weren't going to get that going.
But I'll say,
I do think that keep giving Zeke his feeds along with the other running backs because I really believe they will get it going.
And I'll say this: what I saw from Tampa Bay's defense, I liked a lot was getting to the quarterback. They didn't. I think they had like maybe 1 or 2 sacks, but they were hitting him. They were getting him on the ground. And coming off that injury, that says a lot about that defense. What they said to me, it told me that we're gonna go hit you. We're gonna test that injury to see if you're fully 100%. And what Dak said was, okay, keep hitting me. I'm still going to throw this ball.
Yep.
But I will give Dallas some credit. Their offensive line did pick up most of the blitzes.
Yeah.
Outside them touching him, they did prevent the the rush to getting to him for a sack.
He had a clean pocket a couple times.
He had a clean pocket for pretty much most of the game. I saw that one time he decided he wanted to be Superman and run outside, and that's where he got sacked by Shaquille Barrett. Mm-hmm. The receivers, there was too many drops. Even if Dallas had played a perfect game and then Tampa played a perfect game, because remember, Godwin dropped the touchdown.
Godwin dropped the touchdown.
He dropped the touchdown and fumbled one into the end zone. So that's 2 touchdowns. If Leonard Fournette at the beginning of the game didn't turn over the ball.
The tip.
So outside the 4 turnovers, even with the 4 turnovers Dallas did get, they still managed to lose the game. So without those 4 turnovers, we're talking about that's a blowout. Because Tom Brady's going down the field with that team.
Yeah,
like he did with the last minute 20.
But see, the thing about the last minute drive, as soon as I said that's too much time for Tom Brady.
Yep.
As soon as I saw 125 on the clock, that's too much time for Tom Brady. And then the smartest thing I ever seen a quarterback do, and this man did it, 3 straight pat, drop back, no rush, wait, throw it out of bounds. Wait, throw it out of bounds. Wait, you don't lose any yards. You didn't have any timeouts because you couldn't clock it. You couldn't do any of that stuff. They wasn't going crazy trying to score.
Nope.
We finna win this game on the field goal. We got down here. That's all we need to do. He, like I said, I give him that title of the greatest quarterback to ever play this game.
He definitely understands the mechanics of the game better than most.
He knows how to win.
He will. I don't think he will coach, but he could. He would probably be a good start-out quarterback coach,
quite possibly,
and then wind up as a head coach because he understands what he's a field general. He's a coach on the field, and you got to coach off the field.
Yeah,
and
I do regret not going on the record with a video or something that showed when people were talking to me about this game at work and even some of my other friends. I told them, look, it's a Thursday night game. These things never go the way that you think they're going to go. All right, and on that note, we're going to pause for 1 minute and we'll come back.
And go ahead, Josh. Finish what we was talking about.
Well, as I was saying, I really wish I would have done this on video because I was telling people these Thursday night games never go as predicted. Mm-hmm. No. And as much as I could not bet against Brady at home, doesn't matter if he's in Tampa Bay or not. Thanks, Nala.
Is she stuck on it?
I hope not.
She's stuck on it.
I said I will never bet against Brady at home, but that point spread, it started off at 7 earlier with the lines that came out, and it went all the way up to 8.5. Right before the game, it was at 9.5 at one of my websites. And I'm sorry, too many points on a game where both teams are fresh. And with Dallas having something to prove with Dak back in the lineup, I just knew that it was going to be close.
Yeah, and the game was actually a really good game.
It was a good game.
I saw a lot of positive from both teams. Tom Brady showed that at 44, I'm still the man. Y'all got to come get me. Yep. I mean, literally, he did that. Now, when we were talking about the drops like Goodwin and Lamb, I don't blame any quarterbacks for drops by wide receivers who are wide open and the ball hits you in the hand. When I was talking high school, if it touched your hands, you're supposed to catch it. And with that being said, the Fournette had to fumble. Zeke didn't even get going. So the running backs were really a non-factor. It was basically the quarterback show.
Pretty much.
It was a quarterback show. And Tampa Bay's quarterback proved that he's still the best one out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first game of the season always kind of sets the tempo.
Yeah.
Right? Some people, most of the time, if they have a solid core leaving the last season, they have a good chance of taking their first game in the next season.
Yeah.
And as we saw, they didn't have a solid core because obviously Dak was hurt last year.
Yeah.
They came back. They had something to prove, and I think they did a good job hitting him in the mouth. And I don't like this term, but can you call this a win even though it's a loss?
No. We don't do moral victories.
No moral victories?
We don't do moral victories.
Sorry, Skip. Yeah.
Nope.
No moral victory here.
Is it a win for Dak Prescott coming off the injury?
Yes.
Personal win? Yes. Team win? No. And the only thing counts in the NFL is team wins.
Yep.
I mean,
now, I would like to see what kind of adjustments they make. Obviously, this is going to be a big leaping point for their season.
Yeah.
Because even with Dallas doing what they did last night, the play calling was bland.
That's true. They didn't do anything.
Like the run plays were not even like
because they were trying to. The run plays were set up for Zeke to do Zeke's thing, but the problem is if Zeke has to have a particular guard there for Zeke to do Zeke's thing, is it really Zeke's thing or is it the guard's thing? Because if the guard has to open
well,
it
the
up,
starting five is the starting five.
Are you talking
the
about
starting five wasn't there.
Are you talking about Young?
Nick, Zach Martin wasn't there, which is the guy Zeke praises all the time. He says, "Yeah, if he's not there, then all of a sudden, blah blah blah." Anyways, my whole thing with the play calling is you could have. It was obvious you were going to run because remember throughout the game I was like, "Okay, he's about to run." He ran, got sacked in the backfield, got tackled in the backfield, or got 1-2 yard gains, whatever. If you got to be able, your squad has to be able to run the ball. You can't do this all season long.
Well,
you can't.
What I saw in the beginning,
what
I saw in the first quarter was he was getting he ran 5 yards, got 1 yard, ran 5 yards, got 3 yards, ran 5 yards, got tackled in the back.
Right, but then then the run defense came in.
I think you're giving him way too many credits on the yardage right there because right here I look 33 for the whole game.
No, I'm saying,
and
that's what I'm saying.
And as a team they only got 60 running.
But I'm saying, but they went to the pass because they got behind. And when remember, I think it was 14 something or whatever.
No,
it was 21 something.
It was 14-7 at the run. They still could have ran the ball. They gave up the run because they knew that
they had
Zeke
to beat them in particular.
They had to beat him in the pass because the run pressure was. The run defense was there.
That defensive line from Tampa was solid.
Once they started stopping him, they went straight to the pass.
And that's
because they were behind.
Right.
And they made the adjustments to get back in the game with the pass, but you forgot about the run game. And one thing I know about running backs, if you don't feed them the ball, they get complacent. They get lax.
Because they had to abandon the run game.
Because
in this particular game, that's
I understand that you still need to throw them in there once in a while just to keep the team the defense honest, but it wasn't being effective, so they weren't going to do it, especially when the passing game was being effective.
And there was no screen passes to him either.
No, I think that was a tragedy. Yeah, they should have done him either on a screen or maybe even a sweep. Just to
get him some.
But I didn't see any of that.
Yeah, the reason why you didn't see the screen pass is because of the linebackers, Lavonte David and I think his name is Devin White. They're fast. Yeah. Even if you dunked it off, he's there, and that's why they didn't go to that. And then also plus they only did a 4-man rush on those run plays, so only 4 men got to Zeke.
All right. So to wrap this up, then Dak Prescott 58 attempts, 42 completions. And a total of 403 yards.
And this is the thing that he does well. He throws these ginormous games, but the defense of Dallas lets them down every freaking game. Every game. So if you can't stop, if my team can put up 28, but we can't hold the other team under 28, we have no chance of winning.
And that's actually one of the reasons why they lost some of the first games last season.
And in the season before that.
Yep. So yeah, they definitely have some things to address as far as defense goes, especially if Dallas has any chance of taking the division.
And when you look at let's go. Do we got 5 minutes to talk about that division real quick?
You want me to go over the schedule or the division?
Yeah, go to the division. The Washington Redskins,
Washington got the division.
Eagles, Giants, and Dallas. Right. Yeah. Washington's defense is just like Tampa Bay's defense is solid. Now, Washington's offense still got to worry about it. It's there, but it's not there. Dallas's offense is there, but their defense is not, which makes Washington's offense better. That makes the Giants' offense, even though they got a rookie quarterback, better. That makes the Eagles. The Eagles got Jalen Hurts on the second year.
But I think don't they have somebody else started?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, well, we'll find out on Sunday.
No, they picked up on somebody. I forgot. Who did they pick up?
So that's why
we'll come back to it later.
Well, with that being said, I'm saying when you look at that division, Dallas offense can put up numbers, but that defense can't stop anybody. So like I said, if a defense comes and stops you,
on that note, if they play a high octane team, bet the over.
It's a wrap for
because
Dallas.
Over under for this game was 52, and they covered it. Decisively.
Yes,
it could have been. It could have been more.
It should have been more, actually. If Tom Brady and them should have had 2 more touchdowns.
At least one, if not 2 touchdowns.
Dallas should have had at least one more.
At least one more touchdown.
But I don't think I hear people saying, "Oh, this game was scripted. Oh, this game was this." No, Tom Brady did what Tom Brady always does. Give me a minute and a half on the clock, I'm gonna get me a touchdown. I'm gonna get me a field goal, or I'm gonna put my team in a winning position.
One of the things that I've noticed, and I mean I can't point to anything specifically on this one, But most teams go to like almost like a prevent style defense, right? Almost like a Tampa 2 where they just don't beat us deep, right? They don't want to give up. They don't want to give up the Hail Mary or the one shot right down the field. So they try to do the containment. Yeah. Well, what does that do? That opens up a lot of these middling lines for him to just dunk, and all of a sudden you're in field goal range.
What was it? Really,
and I hate to say this, the one way that these guys can be successful, especially against a guy like Brady, blitz. You've got 1 minute. Blitz. Don't let up. Touch him every time. Make him frustrated.
Well, I mean, in the game they did blitz. It's just the pass rush was not
getting to him.
He's talking about. We're talking about in the last minute and a half.
That's what I am.
They went to zone defense. Oh, yeah, and remember when the guy caught the ball and ran for like I want to say 20-something yards. He got him, and then the next pass was 16 yards.
And then Gronk up the middle, right?
And Gronk up the middle. Gronk up the middle. Said, "Hey, we in field goal position." Guess what Tom did? That's what I said earlier.
Hurry up and throw it.
Out of bounds. He killed time off the clock. They didn't have no timeouts.
Nope.
That's the smartest quarterback.
The only thing Dallas could do was to take a timeout to ice the kicker,
and they didn't do that.
They didn't.
And so I'll say to all you young quarterbacks out there, watch this man play. Watch the thinking process of him, because the only way y'all gonna pass up him is by learning from him and what he has done.
The younger quarterback has got that I gotta do something right here, right now kind of thing. Brady has 20-something years, so he's more calm, and I've been here doing that kind of deal.
But he was calm even when he started.
So just let's go ahead and take a look at their next few games here leading up to they have a bye week 7. So right now we have at the Chargers.
Oh, who are we talking about?
Dallas.
Okay.
At the Chargers.
That's a loss.
Then they come home and host Philly.
That's a win.
They host Carolina Panthers.
That's a win.
Giants.
That's a win.
And then they go to New England in week 6.
I say that's a win also. Nah. Because Mac Jones is not a proven quarterback.
Well,
I'm sorry.
By week 6,
I know he's sitting here.
By week 6 he might be.
But I'm just saying this. I'm saying this. I know he's sitting here in the Patriot jersey, and this is what I'm gonna say.
I'm saying
this is the thing I say about This is what I say about all rookie quarterbacks. This is what I say about all rookie quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence in general, Deshaun Watson when he was a rookie in Texas. I don't care what you're saying, who this is. This is your first game, and you are a rookie out the gate. I'm sitting here saying that you're going to have a dismal season. Yeah. I'm telling you.
My prediction is I'm going to call it. They're going to go to L.A., get that win over the Chargers, because this definitely left a bad taste in their mouth. They had it and let it go. If this doesn't fire them up on the road, I don't know what will. And then they're going to come home and they're going to beat Philly in their first home game. Outside of that Carolina game is going to be tough, but I do give them credit for being able to beat the Giants. And then, of course, at New England, it's a road game. It's against Belichick. I'm waiting to see what happens there.
He's not
so on that note, let's go ahead. Is there any other topics we want to bring up, or do we want to just go ahead and wrap this up?
We're gonna wrap this one up for right now, and we're gonna get you guys some more content from us. Like, share, subscribe, give us feedback when you can. Half baked.
We're out.